Thank you, House Chair. House Chair, the ACDP is on record as expressing our deep concerns about this bill, which was followed, admittedly, followed the Constitutional Court in the Prince judgment. So the legislature was compelled to follow that judgment. However, we believe that cannabis abuse has a devastating impact on our communities, particularly when they are mixed with mandrakes and other drugs, and that this was not sufficiently addressed by the court. Now, during the public hearings, the Department of Health stated that allowing cannabis for private use is likely to lead to an increased use of cannabis by adolescents due to the more open use and therefore great exposure. Adolescents who are regular smokers of cannabis are at risk of having arrested psychological development. And there's also growing concern, this is the Department of Health, about the long-term effects of regular cannabis use on adolescent brain development. Brain development continues until the age of 25, so there's a concern for young people in emerging adulthood. We also know there are some short-term effects in terms of cognitive functioning and memory based on research conducted in Cape Town. The Medical Research Council said there'll be likely to be an increase in demand for mental health and substance abuse treatment following this bill. They said local researchers highlighted the burden of cannabis-induced psychoses on under-resourced psychiatric services in the KZN, Eastern Cape, and the Western Cape. And these services are already chronically under-resourced and are unlikely to cope with the increased demand. So, Chair, there are some very negative impacts that were set out by departments when we considered this bill. However, at the same time, there are some very positive aspects when it comes to low THC, when it comes to the benefits of hemp and medicinal cannabis, as other speakers have indicated. There are obviously economic benefits to the commercialization of hemp and medicinal cannabis which need to be considered. Hemp is a low-hanging fruit and is the first step in broadening regulation. Now, this is low THC, this is non-psychotic. And then, of course, diseases and ailments can be treated with cannabis THC, CBD, chronic pain, asthma has been found to be very useful. The ACDP would have preferred an approach of restorative justice, and we are fully mindful of people that might be in possession of 5 grams being arrested and then held overnight or long periods of imprisonment where they were raped and abused into a lifetime of crime. However, that was found by the Constitutional Court to be unacceptable. So while the ACDP appreciates this bill is a direct response to a Constitutional Court judgment, and we did everything to assist in limiting the damage done, regrettably, we will not be supporting it. I thank you.